Last time I told you I was expecting 2 new microphones to use on my channel. In this video, I'll be unboxing 2 new microphones and giving you a few thoughts on my purchases. Hi and welcome to Tina Talks Tech. I'm the Tina in question, just in case you were wondering. This is my second video of this type, and while it's basically just an unboxing video and review, that's not the only sort of video I plan to be doing. I also plan to be doing some other kinds of videos, techie type videos, exploring aspects of PCs and troubleshooting various problems and showing you ways around them. But that's for another time. Back to today. Last time, you may remember, I was wearing a Bluetooth headset around my neck. The one with the cat ears on that glow in the dark. I was using it to record the audio for that video. Now, that may have actually worked, sort of, but it wasn't really ideal, and because I intend to be making videos for the foreseeable future, I decided to invest a little money in some more appropriate kit. Now, obviously, you can see I'm not wearing my cat ears, my headset this time. I'm actually using these microphones to shoot this video, so at least you know in advance that there was a happy ending to the story. But let's take a look at the 2 mics I ended up with. I actually ordered the 2 microphones in question 2 weeks ago before the screwdriver I reviewed in my first video, and they arrived together a few days after the screwdriver, but I suppose that's just how things work. At least they arrived and I'm not complaining. The mic I actually wanted was the Volcano with its small tabletop tripod stand. What I really wanted was a mic with a mountable arm so I could attach it to the bookshelf over my head and extend it just out of camera shot so it could still pick up my voice. I couldn't find a Volcano with that extra in my price range, so I picked the one with the small desk tripod and then looked for something a little less name brand with an arm so I could hopefully swap out the microphones between them. I also want to note that since I received these 2 items about 2 weeks before the making of this video, it appears that the prices of both items have increased a bit, but for the purposes of this video I'll be working in the prices that I paid for them. The first item I opened was the Volcano. No long model name on the box, just Volcano microphone with tripod stand. I thought it was well packaged and admittedly a bit smaller than I expected, but the good quality was obvious from the start. It comes with the tiniest little tripod I've ever seen. The microphone body, a cable about 2 meters long, and a 2-in-1 Y-cabled adapter. Despite its size, the tripod feels stable, sturdy and durable, and it has a degree of adjustment. The microphone has a volume adjuster on one side. Worth noting is that it came without that sponge cover we all expect on a microphone these days. Did you know it's called a windscreen? Well, that's news to me. I've been calling it a muff for years. Moving on to the second microphone, I still can't tell if the brand name is Legendary Vocal or Professional, but since it's advertised as BM800 Condenser Microphone Professional Mic Kit Gold on Takealot, which is a name that's actually as long as the model name of my car, I'll stick with that. The first thing I noticed was that the box arrived a little bit damaged, like Santa stepped on it in his rush to deliver it because it was so late. But fortunately the contents were just fine. This was strange because both microphone boxes arrived together inside the same Takealot box, and the other one was just fine. The packaging seemed more than adequate for the purpose, however, and there was no damage to the contents. It came with an adjustable filter windscreen on a flexible arm and a foam windscreen. That black sock I mentioned earlier, and the microphone, which looks very flashy, a cable about 2 meters long and the all-important arm. During my setup and testing of these 2 different mics, I expected there to be differences between their sound qualities, and face it, since the one is a so-called name brand and the other isn't, there were bound to be a few. But to be absolutely upfront about this, none that I could find. For the sake of transparency, I feel I need to mention that earlier during the testing phase, I noticed a clear difference between the recorded audio of these 2 mics. but that turned out to be due to a bug on the Android phone I was using at the time. After switching the phone out for another one, that issue resolved itself, and throughout the production of this video, whether it was recording video or voiceover narration, both mics performed seemingly to the same standard. Now, I'm not sure what that really means for anyone else, but it might mean something different for both manufacturers. For the BMW, YZ, whatever, it would probably be flattering that their nameless product compares so well to a more prestigious name brand you can find plastered all over the shelves of your local game store. For Volcano, on the other hand, it might be taken in different ways, probably in terms of unease, but I'll leave that thought there. At the end of the day, though, I need to mention that when it comes to actual microphones and high-end audio practices and the like, I'm not really an audiophile or industry expert in that field, but from user and layperson's point of view, the performances of these two microphones seem really similar, even without the SOC windscreen. But that's a good thing, because I'd hate to have to spend hours editing and normalizing audio files to straighten out the video sequences recorded with different microphones so it all sounds the same. That being said, I decided to keep on using the BM800 ABC whatever as my studio boom mic and the Volcano for voiceover narrations. Not because of their respective performance levels, but because neither of them will fit in each other's fixtures without a lot of MacGyvering. And face it, since I really can't tell any difference between their delivered sound quality, why bother changing anything? The no-name brand mic may have that flashy, fake chrome plastic veneer that tarnishes and discolors over time, but I couldn't tell the difference between audio recorded with it and audio recorded with the Volcano, even with its fancy volume adjuster and higher quality finish that either didn't need a SOC, windscreen, or because they deliberately left it out so you could enjoy looking at it naked. And yet, in spite of appearances, it's almost as if all that fancy styling doesn't make any difference to performance, isn't it? To sum up, I think both these mics are really good quality and value for money, and ultimately I'm satisfied and happy with both of them. I got them off Takealot, and the no-name BM800 condenser microphone professional mic kit gold XYZ went for a reasonable 360 South African rands. The Volcano, which has a higher build and styling quality, went for just 199 rands. But then it also came with much fewer extras, no windscreens, the world's smallest tripod, and the volume adjuster that I thought was pretty pointless. What do you need an adjuster for if every device you record with these days auto-manages input levels? Either way, I now have my sound sorted out, no more Bluetooth cat ears, so it's all good. That's all we have time for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this video, say hi, and suggest things you want to see more of. Also, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you next time.